This is a story called All Alone. There's a family of 4 children who have just lost their mum due to a drug overdose. The children haven't seen their dad in a really long time. They don't even know where he is. At the moment they are staying with a next door neighbour. Unfortunately, she can't continue to look after them because their husband has just lost his job and they have 3 kids of their own to feed and clothe. This leaves social services no choice but to take the children into care. The children are told they will have to stay in a children's home until separate foster homes can be found for each of them. After they'd been in the home for 2 weeks, they found out that the youngest in the family, Macy, aged 4, would be going to a new home in a couple of days by herself. The kids don't want to be separated, they want to stay together. They know that if they stay at the home they will be separated. They decide that the only way they can stay together is to run away and try and find their Uncle George. The first thing they do is go back to the house they used to live in to see if they can find an address for George and some money. Whilst the other kids are outside trying to find their dog, the oldest of the 4, Travis, goes inside where he finds George's address and £9 in cash. The kids see that their mum's car is still parked outside and they know that she always kept the keys in the glove box. They take the car and drive off from Leeds to London, taking the back road to avoid getting caught and return to the home. On the way there they stop for something to eat, leaving them with less than £2 for the rest of the journey. They drive a bit further, only to realise that they are almost out of petrol. They pull into the first petrol station they find. Whilst Travis is filling up the car, a member of staff approaches him and asks him who is going to pay for the petrol. Travis tells him that his dad will pay when he's finished using the public phone. As soon as the man goes back in the shop at the petrol station, Travis drives off without paying. Travis drove a few more miles and Lily, Macy and Troy are all asleep. Travis can feel himself getting tired but he continued to drive. However, he fell asleep and stayed off the road, crashing the car just inches away from the edge of a cliff, waking everyone up. Lily asked him what happened and he said he didn't know. Lily then asked him if he fell asleep and he admitted that he had. They got back in the car but it wouldn't start, leaving them stranded. Fortunately for them, after they'd been stuck there for a couple of hours, a lady pulled up in her car. She got out and went up to the kids to see if they were okay. The kids said they were fine and that they were waiting for their dad. The lady asked them where he was and they said he'd gone to find a phone to call for help but he'd been gone for over 2 hours. The lady, who was called Lisa, told the kids that it would be best if they went with her to try and find him. The nearest phone was outside their shop but it was out of order, so Lisa went in the shop to see if the kids' dad had been in whilst the kids waited in the car. Whilst Lisa was in the shop, the kids spotted the 2 social workers who had taken them into care. They knew that if the social workers saw them, they would take them back to the home. Travis climbed into the driver's seat and they drove off. Lisa managed to get one of the shopkeepers to take her in their car and go after them. When Lisa caught up with the kids, she asked them what was really going on to make them run away. They finally told her the truth and she promised them that she would get them to their Uncle Uncle's house as soon as she could. When they arrived at George's house, it turned out that he wasn't actually their uncle. He was just their dad's best friend. They also found out that their dad had not abandoned them. After their parents split up, he had tried to see them quite often, but their mum wouldn't let him. It turned out that he lived not far away from George and that he owned his own business. George rang his friend Mark and explained what had been going on with, and arranged to take the kids to him the following day. When they arrived at Mark's the next day, they all had a long talk, and it was decided that the kids would live with him. Mark had two daughters, Lacey May and Holly Rose, both aged 2, whose mum had died after she was hit by a car. Mark asked Lisa what she did for a living, and when she told him that she had worked as a nanny for over 10 years, he offered her a job as the living nanny, and she gladly accepted. After Lisa had been working for Mark for 6 months, they both realised that they were in love with each other. After seeing each other for 2 years and after the birth of their son Mason, they got married, and both them and the kids were all very happy. The end. Thank you.